Hi, this is Jill from Simple Daily Recipes. This video is dedicated to Jared from Germany. Jared and I were talking about potato recipes the other day, and he gave me the idea that I should come up with a series, like a playlist of videos just focused on what to do with potatoes. So first I was thinking, potato toppers, that would be great, to make tasty potato toppers or whatever. And then I was like, no, I started looking around and that wasn't so easy. So then I thought, well, let me just come up with 10 potato-based meals. So my first place to start searching for potato-based meals was, that's right, Dr. McDougall's Starch Solution book. He has other ones, but that's the one I own. So in there, I looked at his potato recipes, and the first one I wanted to make was his slow cooker pizza potatoes. It sounded so good. It only needed a few ingredients, and I could put it in the, you got it, the Instapot. Whoop, whoop. All right, so let's just jump right into this. And I've never made this recipe before, so I just turned on the camera and just started living it. And you're just going to live through everything that I lived through, and then we're going to talk about this recipe in the comments below. Now, I went ahead and wrote out everything that I put in the recipe at the end of the video, and I've posted in the comment, not in the comments, but in the video description below here, okay? So just watch how I throw this together, and then, we'll take it from there. Okay, to the Instapot. Ooh, ooh. All right, I peeled and thinly sliced 5 small white potatoes. And, Dr. McDougall's recipe just said thinly slice everything, so I really thinly sliced everything. But, the Instapot is a great appliance, and it gets pretty hot, and it cooks things very well. So I'm going to tell you right now, I cut everything a little too thin, but we'll talk more about the outcome in just a minute. Let me just try to stay focused and show you how I layered, how everything's supposed to be layered. So I thinly sliced potatoes, yellow onion, red bell pepper. I have some frozen zucchini on the side and some frozen spinach. And so I'm just going to layer all this. And I just happened to make some homemade pasta sauce last night. And I've never filmed that. I'll film that later. I'll have to do that again. It turned out really well. But you're just basically layering everything, and like a lasagna. And I did add a little bit of water because my tomato sauce was really thick, and I was afraid I wouldn't have enough moisture in my Instapot to cook all the vegetables through. But it turned out I had just enough. Oh, and now check this out. This is my Parmesan, okay, which was about a half a cup. There was more, but we used a lot of it. I had a half a cup of cold raw cashews with about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and I put it in my coffee grinder, and I ran it through my coffee grinder until it became a powder, but I didn't run it so long that it started becoming a paste. It was perfect. I think because the nuts were cold, it made a nice powder and it didn't go gooey. Excellent Parmesan. Awesome. Okay, and then once I got the lid on, I hit the slow cook and set it for 2 hours, and then adjusted the heat to high. Dr. McDougall's recipe said to cook on low for 6 to 8 hours, but I was too impatient for that. I wanted to eat it like for lunch. Okay, so here it is 2 hours later, and it smells great. I highly recommend that when you go to make this recipe, you use a homemade tomato sauce. I don't think a canned store-bought sauce will do this recipe any justice. Look at the layers. It really is more like a lasagna than it is a pizza potatoes like McDougall says. And so, so good. It's getting darker. The sun's going down. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so 2 hours on high heat, really cooked my vegetables here. Look with my fork, it was easy to cut through. You can see I can even press my fork through. Yeah, a little overcooked. Actually, a lot overcooked. And a lot of liquid. even though I probably only added about a third cup, maybe a half a cup of liquid to the pot, it was too much. When the spinach and the zucchini started cooking, I think they added more water and it kind of made things really watery. My zucchini, I think because it was frozen, it was like super mushy and watery once it was cooked through here. So I'm not going to use frozen zucchini the next time I do this. Frozen spinach worked out fine. That had a really good texture. The onions cooked right through in 2 hours. I'll tell you the honest truth. My teen and my husband and myself all agreed that this dish was overcooked. It was, that part wasn't great. But it had excellent flavor. So I'm going to make this again, except next time I'm either going to pressure cook it on high heat for maybe 3 minutes just to get the potatoes cooked, or I'll try slow cooking again, but only do it in 1 hour instead of 2. And I think I will just, because the Instapot allows me to heat on, low, I think there's a low, normal, high. Well, then I think I'm going to just go with the normal heat setting and go for 1 hour next time, if I slow cook. Anyways, okay, that's what I was thinking. All right, let's talk more about this. Have you made this recipe already? And if you have, what vegetables did you put in it? I want to know. I'll talk to you more in the comments below. Bye.